If y'all don't want to go to work, just put this shit on right now.
Private servers, real world trading, botting, mod Ash's mug. What do all of these things have in common? They make Jagex plenty of money, or they're gonna make Jagex plenty of money, right? So let's break this down, right? So private servers, we'll get into that last. Real world trading, does that make Jagex money? I'd argue it does. You know, a lot of people, they need to funnel this money somehow. They got to wash the money, right? Like it's like the cartel laundering money into the society. They got to make that money clean somehow, and how they're doing that is they're buying businesses and paying taxes. Same thing, same sort of concept goes on with real world trading, right? If you think about it, these real world traders, they need to buy membership for these accounts, or they need to do some sort of risk. They're giving Jagex money in order to clean the cash, right? It is slightly up for debate, but for the purpose of this intro, I actually do think Jagex makes money off real world trading, right? And even if you think about it, bonds are real world trading, right? I'm giving you $10, you guys are giving me a bond, I go sell that at the GE. I made 14 mil off that $10 I just gave you guys. So that's, that is real world trading in one aspect. But if you think about it in the traditional sense, peer-to-peer trading, I still think they make some money off that. It kind of trickles down to them. Botting, pretty obvious. Bots need membership in order to be, useful. There are a lot of free-to-play bots. They have their place, but majority of the bots are probably pay-to-play. And how you getting membership? You're giving money to Jagex. Mod Ash's mug, that's just top-tier marketing, right? Mod Ash is, he's beloved by the whole community. I remember one of those streams a few years back, he had his arm twisted, and that's just a big advertisement for Jagex and old school RuneScape. Everybody starts talking about it, and then it makes you want to play the game. So, but to break it down, private servers, Project Zanaris, I genuinely think this is a great idea, not only business-wise, but for the community. A lot of people think it's gonna divide the community. Oh, half the community is gonna be playing this private server, the other is gonna be playing the main game. I genuinely don't think private servers are gonna take away people who want to play the main game. So the two categories of people who are going to be playing private servers, in my opinion, are content creators. And, if they're making some sort of content, whatever that may be, Gillinor Games-esque type content, Dead Man Mode All-Stars-esque content, right? So you can, very easy to see a place for that. And I don't think anybody would be against that, right? Like, do you guys, like, personally, I love watching RuneScape content and seeing what people can do with the content and make it interesting. There's a lot of talented people, a lot of talented creators in the RuneScape space, and props to them. And if there's private servers, legal private servers, I think the floodgate is going to be open for content creators. There's going to be a lot of fucking crazy cool concepts for that. And the second category of people who I think are going to be playing private servers are, like, how do I put it? It's like people who enjoy minigames, right? So for a private server, I don't think private servers are going to be any sort of replacement for the main game. Nobody's going to want to go grind a private server that has slightly boosted XP rates. Oh, look, guys, I maxed an account on this private server. Nobody gives a fuck. Right? Like, come on now. Play in the main game if you want your accomplishments to be rewarding. But in the aspect of private servers and mini games, I think that opens up a huge potential. So, there could be a dead man mode battle royale constantly running. It's similar to LMS, but it's on the main Gillinor map, right? You're gonna get people spawn in Lumbridge. You're gonna get people spawn in Camelot. You're gonna get people spawn in Gnome Village, right? There's gonna be all sorts of these different maps, or there's gonna be all sorts of these different spawn locations. And this is all, this is me just making this up on the spot, right? Like, you can have area specific ones, right? If you want to have a Mauritania battle royale. And how I see this is, it's going to be, you're going to queue up like a COD lobby or a Fortnite lobby. You're going to queue up, and then you're just going to get dropped into a game. And then it's just going to reset, right? Like, you're not going to be playing it for any sort of type of rewards, I don't think. You're just playing it for the fun of it. There are a lot of people, myself included, who want to get better at PKing, but I don't want to risk 600K in the wildy, because I know I'm going to die. Like, I'm not even going to get a chance to learn if I do that. I'm just going to get specced out, and I'm going to be like, well, what the fuck do I do? Like, this guy just came in, hit me with a DDS Gmaul, and there goes my whole health, right? Like, I can't really avoid that. I could learn to pray, I guess, but I already know to do that. I just need more practice. And something like a private server, and it doesn't have to be a deadman, like, it doesn't have to be a battle royale private server, right? There could be just general PKing private servers. There could be, PVM practice private servers, right? Like, if I want, like, myself, I've never tried a Inferno run. I've never tried a Quiver run. Those are something I want to do in the future when I have the time to practice it. But with the current state of, the main game, for an Inferno run, you have to dedicate, probably 80 hours, because it's 2 hours a run, and that's 2 hours like a full run, and it's like, I'm not going to be getting full runs every time, right? Every run is going to be different. Some runs I might make it to wave 40, some I might make it to 60. I think there's 80 in the Inferno. But if I could just practice triple Jads, and if I could just practice Zuck, that would make me so much more confident in my abilities for doing the Inferno. It would make me save significant chunk of time, because I don't want to waste an hour and a half just to practice triple Jads. I want to be able to, I want to kill them the first time I see them, right? And, kind of, you could argue it defeats the whole purpose of the game, right? Oh yeah, it's, everybody got their cape. Everybody got their cape before this. You have to grind it out. You got to grind it out. You got to make those mistakes. You got to learn from it. That's what makes the content hard and enjoyable for some people. But at the end of the day, I'm paying membership. I have a job. I can't dedicate my life to getting an Inferno cape, right? I have other responsibilities. I need to take my dog for a walk. I'm not coaching this year, so I will have a bit more free time, but there is some stuff I want to do around the house. I invested in this house, and I want to keep it up. And there's just that mindset on RuneScape specifically, I find, can be very detrimental for certain content where it's, I suffered, so other people have to as well, right? Because there's a very fine line from bad content. I suffered through bad content, so maybe we should change it to make it a bit more appealing for other people, from just, making it easy scape, right? Like, if they introduced a new agility method that's 250k an hour, that's dog shit, right? And agility should be, a little bit grindy. It's known for its grindiness and slow experience rates, you could say. And then they just come out with this new method, right? That would probably be the start of a decline for the game, honestly, because, myself included, I think that would be bad. But PVM is a little bit different in the sense it's not a direct time sink, right? So, you know, if I want to get a skill, you got to get 13 million experience. But if I want to kill Zuck, I could kill him in 2 hours on my first try, right? Like if I'm good enough, if I got, you know, top tier clicks, if I got Oda block level clicks on the switches and, you know, clicking around my movement and whatnot, you know, no doubt if I had the skill, I could get him. I could get Inferno first try. But I don't have that skill. I'll be the first one to tell you my clicks are dog shit, right? And that's definitely something I can improve on. But at the end of the day, that's going to take time. And why do I have to suffer because my clicks aren't the best? I understand there's got to be some skill gap. I'm not arguing to make this content easier. I want it to stay the same. I just want to the private server. I'm trying to articulate that the private servers are going to give less fortunate people like myself. I wouldn't say less fortunate. I would say skillfully declined or inclined. It's going to give people with dog shit clicks a way to practice. Let's say that. That's true, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, if somebody wants to practice Inferno on a private server, let them, right? It doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect me. Well, I guess it would affect me because I want to practice on the private server. But you see what I'm saying, though? Like, there is opportunity there as well on the private servers, as well as the mini games. And I don't think that the community is going to be divided whatsoever on private servers versus main servers when they come out. You know, obviously this is a smart business decision from Jagex. They're going to be making money off people renting their servers from them, and that's going to be a way. I think that's going to be beneficial because top levels execs, I'm sure that they know that if they introduce microtransactions into this game, it's going to die. The player base is going to die, but at the same time, they're going to make money. There are some whales in this community. There's whales in every community. These whales are what they're hoping for, and those whales are what's going to fund them if microtransactions ever come into this game. And I think at the back of their head, that's their last resort before they go under. You know, business is bad, whatever the case may be. Push comes to shove. All right, let's throw some microtransactions in this game, squeeze what we can out of it, and then we'll go. Right? I think that's a very real possibility, despite what all the J mods say, because everybody knows community's gonna die if microtransactions come into this game. And I know the J-Mods are going to fight for it not to come into this game. We got amazing team of J-Mods, I think, you know, especially the team leads. They're very good at understanding what the community wants, and they're very good at developing this game. So, apart from that, don't really have much else to say on this front, on the private server front. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys think if Project Zanaris is going to be good long term for old school RuneScape, or if you think it's going to be, you know, the start of the downfall, let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this OSRS series, drop a like. If you didn't, drop a dislike. Let me know what your comments are down below. I'll make sure to check those out. Until next time, guys.
Stand on business, yup. Stand on business, yup. Stand on business, yup. Stand on business, okay.